with my husband. I done scheduled a paternity test for the past 5 years. He's in question about 3 kids with his ex-girlfriend.
If this last child was his by this other woman, that would mean that he would have to been sleeping with her while he was with you.
It doesn't add up.
You don't even know me.
I know of you.
Remember, she is pregnant.
Okay, she better act like she's pregnant. Girl. 3 paternity tests, you scheduled 3 paternity tests. Why is you in my business? This is between me and my baby daddy.
I'm married to him.
I don't care. Why should I have to come to this show and get a DNA test? She think I'm jealous, baby. I have no reason to be jealous. I left him. Remember that.
First of all, you telling all these lies.
So you didn't call me last year and ask could you come home?
I don't want your kids.
I know you're upset. This is it, what you're here for. You want the results of this, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, come on. In the case of your 5-year-old son, Eugene is... Welcome to the show. My guest is Kendra. And Kendra, why are you here?
I'm here today because I've been with my husband for the past 6.5, 7 years. And, you know, he's in question about 3 kids with his ex-girlfriend. So we are here today to find out basically me about the last one who's supposed to be 5 years old. I've been in doubt about. I didn't schedule a paternity test for the past 5 years for her to come in and get the baby tested and everything. And it's like she always running. She'll run for 2 years, come back for the next 2 years and, you know, want him to play father in a child life and everything. And it's like it caused a lot of confusion in my household and in my relationship because if this is your child, you're going to be in this child's life regardless. So that's
And how long have you been with your husband?
I've been with him, we've been married for the past 1.5 years. I've been with him for the past 6.5, 7 years.
So if this last child was his by this other woman, that would mean that he would have to been sleeping with her while he was with you.
We was together. And that's why I'm so in question about this child, why I really don't believe it's his. And I mean, if it was his, why would you keep him out of this child's life for 6 years? That's just
Did you ever
thing.
come out and ask your husband, did you sleep with her during that time?
Yes, I did. And for the time frame that we done sat down and talked about for the past years, it doesn't add up. It doesn't at all. It don't add up.
Does he say the other 2 children could be his?
He says they might be, but he's in doubt about them because during the time that he was with her, he said he caught her cheating around a lot. You know, his friend she was cheating with, he wondering why their relationship went sour, and, you know, it was just like a whole bunch of riffraff and garbage that she was stirring up because she was sleeping with his friend, so his friend started to dislike him.
Why would he keep staying with the woman that he says was sleeping around on him?
Steve, I don't know. It was before me. So only thing that I'm worried about right now is the little boy who's supposed to be his, that's supposed to be 5.
Yeah, but it speaks to the character of the man that you're with, right?
Yes.
You're pregnant now?
Yes.
So my thing is, the possibility exists that he could be the father of 2 of the children, according to you, right?
Yes.
Wouldn't you want to say, how come he never found out? I mean, this was before you. How come he never found out these are his kids?
Before me, I don't know why he never found out.
But you're pregnant by him now.
Yeah.
This is a man that, what if he ducks out on you and says, hey, you were cheating on me?
You know, it's not that he didn't want to be in the kid's life or he was, you know what I'm saying, denying the kids like that because he have an older daughter. And, you know, she done been in my life ever since she was 3 years old, 4 years old.
But what about these other 3
The
children?
other ones, she runs with them. She don't want to bring them around. If she can't deal with him and she can't be with him, she don't want him around the kids at all.
The point is, does he get to see these kids?
No, not at all.
Does he make any effort?
He tried plenty of times. When only time he have had a chance once to see him is when they was at his house.
You know,
now,
it sounds like you're making excuses for him.
No, I don't. I mean, see, this is my whole thing. If I was making excuses, I wouldn't schedule 3 times for a paternity test to be done.
But you shouldn't be the one that has to schedule. Okay, what I'm saying though is, he's with this woman. She has babies. Isn't it upon him to say, I need to know if these are my children?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If one's in question, Why would you stay? That's kind of the point I'm making. Why would you stay with the woman and then you're bringing more children in that are questionable and you don't know if they're yours or not?
I mean, that's something that he'll have to tell you. I can't tell you that.
But you never asked him?
Yeah, I always ask him. I haven't asked him that ever since I found out about the last child.
And you've been with him for 7 years?
Yes.
And this is the man you're bringing children into the world. Don't you have a right to know what he was doing? How is he acting as a father? How is he not supporting his children?
But every time he come around and he asks her, like, well, when you gonna bring the kids to the city or to see me or whatever, it's always a problem or they get to arguing. You see what I'm saying?
So he's not really denying they're his kids.
No, he's not. He never. It's just to the point where if you're gonna run with your kids and you're gonna tell me my kids don't need you, you got them calling another man father, another man daddy, then of course, I'm gonna be in doubt about it too if you got my kids calling another man daddy.
You don't even know me.
I know of you.
Don't
remember, she is pregnant.
Okay, she better act like she's pregnant.
First of all, you telling all these lies.
So you didn't call me last year and ask could you come home?
I don't want your kids.
Do you think he slept with his ex since he's been with you?
No. No. I mean, if so, who's to say? No, I don't think so.
And if he did?
I mean, then that's just something I have to deal with my husband. You know, something I have to talk to him. I mean, talk about. That's just something we have to sit down and talk about.
And how would you feel if he has been sleeping with her?
I mean, I'd be hurt, but still in the long run, I mean, I'm not going to just give up on my relationship. And I've been with this man all this time through ups and downs.
What if all 3 of the kids are his?
Then he going to step up and be a man. He going to take care of his kids. He don't have no problem with taking care of no kids.
But how would you feel about it if all these 3 children turn out to be his?
Like I say, I'm in doubt about the last one that was conceived during the time me and him was together. So if this last one is his, yeah, I'm going to be hurt, you know, but it's still going to be a situation that's an innocent child, you know. It's not the child's fault that he have a stupidity in his mama and father. So what can I do?
All right, and this other woman her name is?
Simone.
Simone, let's bring out Simone.
You don't even know me.
I know of you.
You don't know
I know
me
of
to
you.
be out here.
I know of you. I know of you. Calling.
You don't even know my business. You don't know
One
my
at a time.
business.
One at a time. Stop. One at a time.
Okay.
And remember, she is pregnant.
Okay, she better act like she pregnant.
Girl, look, we both women.
Better act like
we
she
both
pregnant.
women.
Your face ain't pregnant,
but we
baby.
both women. When you get through,
Okay.
talk and say what
Listen,
you got.
But you know what?
Test. I ain't got
I
time
know,
to
but
argue with you.
but understand. Be intelligent. She's pregnant. You're not going to hit her. You're
I'm
not
not
going to do
gonna hit her,
anything.
just-
Okay.
Okay.
So what would you like to say to her?
Why is you in my business? This is between me and my baby daddy. You have nothing to do with this.
I'm married to him.
I don't care.
So
I
when
don't
you get
care if you're
through,
married to him
when
or
it
not.
comes-
This is before you. This is before you, baby. These are our kids, not Kendra kids.
Okay.
Stay out my business.
All
This is
right.
between me and him. Why he can't be a man to take care of his damn kids and you sitting here lying for
Now,
him? When have you 3 paternity tests? You scheduled 3 paternity tests?
times. 3
Girl, you a
occasions.
lie.
3 occasions.
You a
When
lie.
you was out of town. When you was out of town, he scheduled one and he asked you. When you called my house last year, he scheduled one and he
How
asked
come I ain't know about this?
You didn't know
Y'all
about
scheduled it.
You ain't know about it when
No.
you called and you
No.
asked me. Yes, you did.
When you
That's what I did
scheduled
for you to say.
When you
Stay out of your
scheduled it, girl.
business. When you call my phone, you don't call my phone and say, "Can I speak to Ernie?" You talk to me direct, cause you and him
'Cause you
talking
won't
on
let
the
him
phone.
talk.
Y'all ain't gonna
You
talk
won't let him
right.
talk.
And when
That's why I don't talk to him.
Hold on. I'm just going to ask you to leave the stage for a second. I'm gonna
Thank
talk to
you. Because you have nothing to do with
Girl,
this. I don't care
like
if you
I
his
said,
wife or
I'm
not.
How long did you get through?
So you were with her husband before,
Before her, I was with him for 7 years.
and you had 3 children with him?
I have 3 children by him.
And you know that they're his children.
I know that my oldest daughter and my son is his, 100 grand. My middle child may not be his because he was seeing other people just as well as I was. Don't make it seem like I'm a whore or something, because I'm not. I've always been a house person.
I'm just asking you a question.
I understand. I'm sorry. I'm just so mad.
So definitely your first child, possibly the middle, but definitely the last one.
Yes, she just want my son's name. That's why she's so concerned about my son. She want that Junior name, but baby, you ain't gonna get that because that's mine. Know that.
She could just name her child the same name, right?
Yeah, she could, but he ain't gonna be no Junior. You can name him a Junior if you want to, but he still ain't gonna be a Junior because he's still gonna be a Junior.
Okay. Did you, if your last child is Eugene's,
Yes.
that would mean he was with her, Kendra, and sleeping with you.
I didn't even know nothing about this girl, period.
So you're saying you were sleeping with him, but you thought he was just with you.
Exactly. After I had my son, me and Ernie had got back together. I broke up with him because he was never gonna change. I found out about her when he was sleeping, his phone was ringing. I stole the phone being a woman and called her. And when I called her, what you pick up my man's phone for? This ain't your man, this I man. That is what I told her. This is how she know about me. They need to stop lying. Don't lie on me.
So you found out that he was with her. What did you do?
I left him alone.
And that was it, no
And
more.
that was it.
And did you say, guess what, I'm pregnant by you?
This was after I had my son. He knew I was pregnant. Like after me and him slept together, like 3 weeks later, I knew I was pregnant. And I called him at his grandmother's house. He was staying at his grandmother's house at this time. And I told him that I'm pregnant. He was happy.
Does he have any other children you know of?
Yes, he do. He got about, including mine, 7. And 1 on the way.
First of all, you telling all these lies.
So you didn't call me last year and ask could you come home?
I don't want your kids.
In the case of your 5-year-old son, does he question that these are his children?
No, he just started questioning about my kids a year and a half ago.
And why a year and a half ago?
Because he got with this girl. It's her, it's not him, because he wouldn't even dare ask me for a DNA test, and he know that.
And why would he know that?
Because he know how I am, and I'm not the one to mess with. I don't take no bull, and I don't give it out.
Is he a good dad?
No. He don't even know how my 7-year-old daughter looked. He only talked to my son twice a year, if that. He don't even conversate with my oldest daughter, and he know the situation that she in. No, he's a bad dad. When is he gonna take responsibility for his action? You don't have to be with me to take care of your kids, and I told him this. I don't want to be with him. He tried to come back home last year. He called me on the phone and asked me. I took a lie detector and everything. I don't have nothing to lie about.
How is it you're raising, what's it like raising his 3 children? He has nothing to do with them.
It's hard because I have to do everything on my own. I have to cook, clean. I don't even buy myself anything because I have 4 other kids to feed. My kids come before any man or any woman, and so should my kids be to him. You put your kids first and everybody else last. That's not right to my kids. Why should I have to come to this show and get a DNA test? Why? And you know these your kids. Don't do me like that. I don't deserve this.
And you think he's doing it just to satisfy Kendra?
They doing it because she think I'm jealous, baby. I have no reason to be jealous. I left him. Remember that. I have nothing to be jealous of.
Let me ask you a question, and I want you to be honest.
Yes.
And I believe that you are an honest person. Do you still love him?
I'm going to always love my baby daddy because we got history. That was my first love. We got history.
Do you ever see him now? Or?
No, I don't see him. I can't conversate with him because the bastard ignorant. Every time he get on the phone with me, he want to cuss me out like I done did something wrong to him.
And how do you feel about his current wife?
She need to mind her business. This don't have nothing to do with you. I didn't lay down with you, mind your business.
But isn't it saying that she's married to the man now and that she's going to have a child with him? Doesn't she have the right to know if these
Yes, she have the right to know, but it's a certain way you do it. Why is you all up in my business? You lay back, fall back. That's all you got to do, fall back. Let him be the man and talk to me. Why I have to call and talk to you like I laid down with you? That's not right.
Right. Is he like the father on the birth certificate?
No, he's not on any of my kids' birth certificate. He was only there for my oldest daughter when I had her. My other, the 7-year-old, he was in jail. His run him out 2 days later. And for my third child, he wasn't there at all.
Because he was with Kendra.
Yeah. He need to stop playing games with that girl.
Why didn't you put him on the birth certificate if you knew he was the father?
I thought he had to be there to sign it.
Come on.
Yes, honestly, I thought he had to be there to sign it. I didn't know that I could put his name on it.
So does he know anything about your children?
He don't know nothing. He don't know their favorite color, what favorite subject they like. If my son like working on cars, if my daughter like playing with dolls, he don't know anything about them.
And do you want him to be any part of your children's lives?
Yes, I do. I had a father in my life. That's how I'm the person that I am. He installed things in me. And my son needs that father figure. He in a house full of nothing but women's. Nothing. And I would love for him to be in their life. I never kept my kids away from them, from him.
But if he hasn't been in his life and he verbally abuses you on the phone and, you know, just...
Oh, not only that, he physically abused me too when we was together for them 7 years. Yes.
Well, why would you want this guy in your children's lives then?
Because my kids need him, and I need him to help me with these kids.
But you're saying he's a bad guy.
Okay. He could turn that around. He have to for these kids.
Your kids aren't exactly babies, though.
Exactly.
I mean,
right.
At what point, you know, do you say he's just a bad guy and they're not babies and he's missed out on, sounds like your oldest daughter, most of her life?
Yeah. When do I say it's enough? Today it's enough. Either you're going to step up to the plate or sign your rights away, and that's just how it's going to be.
So Kendra keeps saying that she set up these DNA tests, right?
To be honest with you, I ain't never heard her say that she set up a date for a paternity test. I would have went. I would have went just to prove her wrong, just to keep her out my business.
Now, before the show, you took a lie detector test, right?
Yes, I did.
And he took a lie detector test, and he also took a DNA test. How are you going to feel if, say, he's not the father of any of your children?
Oh, he's the father of them. I'm very confident in that.
First of all, you telling all these lies.
So you didn't call me last year and ask could you come home?
I don't want your kids.
What are you hoping for today?
I hope he just step up to the plate and take care of his kids. I'm hoping that he's changing.
What's gonna be different though after 7 years though? What's all of a sudden gonna make him all of a sudden have concern for his children if he hasn't had it all these years?
He want to be in my kid's life, and I know this. Only reason why he not in my kid's life is because of that girl, and I know this. Because you want to try to keep on getting back with me if you don't want to be in my kid's life.
And when he tries to get back with you, what do you say to him?
No. No.
All right, let's bring him out. Here's Eugene.
Hello, Steve. What's going on?
How you doing, Eugene?
First of all, if I could talk to her real fast. First of all, you telling all these lies.
We'll see who lied.
Okay, I'm saying, we here now. This is what we came for, right?
Yes.
I never tried this.
No.
Who got you to do this? Me, right? Yeah. How long have I been asking you for this DNA
But what is you
test?
talking about?
Be real,
I'm
baby
lost
girl.
now.
Come on, be real.
Now you want to lie?
My ain't never saw us. That's part of the reason you bring them the kids to my house so we can get this established, right or wrong?
I brought him because you wanted to see the kids.
But first of all, we ain't even gonna talk about that. Everything gonna tell everything. But first of all, you know you're a snake. You know what you do, and you know what goes on.
Oh.
Look like a big jelly bean or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you love it, baby. And you love it. And you love it.
And then you telling these people I want to be with you.
So you didn't call me last year and ask could you come home?
Home well. You stay with your mama.
Yeah, I stay with her now. Now, but you didn't want to come home.
Of you. See, you know what it is. I love my girl. Ain't no thoughts or no need for you. I don't even think about you.
And I'm happy for you. How many times have I told you that?
But you know, hold on a second though. She could be, I mean,
but she could be my kid's mama.
Right, so why would you insult her like that?
Because it ain't been nothing but drama with this female. You see what I'm saying?
Drama aside,
okay,
I don't think you insult her.
Okay, I'm not gonna disrespect you no more. You telling these people I tried to get with you last year. You know that don't happen.
Can I ask you a favor? Why don't you leave the stage for a second? I'm
right,
going to talk to
you.
you.
You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to this man.
First of all, are the 3 children yours?
Like I say, I'm in doubt. I really can't believe it because the things I done went through and the things this female do, man, it's just ridiculous.
The point, like I made to your wife, Kendra, same thing. If she was running around and cheating on you and this baby comes along and you think that, oh, hey, you know, she's cheating on me, possibly could not be mine, why would you put yourself in position to be having another child with her?
It's nice, boy. But see, how things happen so rapidly, it was to the point like she knew I wasn't trying to be with her, like she wasn't trying to be with me. At the time, she had a girlfriend and a boyfriend, so she was doing her, but at the same time, the things she do towards me is things like to get at me and make me hurt. Man, since I've been with this girl, I've been hurting so much to the point I never gained weight until I got with my woman. Everything going right now.
So you're saying you were really in love with Simone?
No, it wasn't like that. We was in love. I was young, man. This girl was way older than me. She was provoking me, doing a lot of things to me that just had me wide open. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what to do. This woman was doing her thing.
She's
you know what I'm saying?
2 years older than you.
Yeah, 2 years older, but she did a lot of things. She been around. Be truthful, that tells you a lot about it. I don't know too nuts about her. Only thing I know is she a nutcase. She done stabbed me, done stabbed my girlfriend.
A nutcase that you possibly had 3 children with.
Possibly, but it wasn't nothing like, you know what I'm saying, like we was in a relationship like that. She was doing her thing. And
Were you sleeping with her, right?
Couple of times, but it wasn't nothing like I was sleeping with her. Couple of times, yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
You said you couldn't gain weight, that you lost weight because you were so in love with this woman.
See, it's a lot of things that went on in the beginning and to the end. See, the thing with me and her, Khalid, was I had just got out of being incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no woman, didn't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing things.
How many kids do you have?
Basically, did I really know her truthfully and feel in my heart? It's 2, and it's 1 on the way. These other 2 kids, it's a maybe and a possibly. I really can't, like I say, I really can't pinpoint it because, you know, all I done went through with her. 1 minute they mines when she, you know what I'm saying, when she ain't with her girlfriend.
And how many children possibly could be yours?
These 2 right here.
You said for sure these 2, but how many possible kids?
Man, ain't no more kids. This girl playing games. If it's some more kids, they'll call you and we'll be back.
Did you have sex with Simone while you were with Kendra?
No, it wasn't even no thing like me having sex with her and I had a woman, because if I had a woman, I wouldn't even have sex with her. See what I'm saying?
But you did have sex with her.
I had sex. This was the beginning during the time before I met Kendra.
So you never, ever had sex with Simone while you were with Kendra?
No, sir.
Nothing?
Nothing.
These children that she has, you ever do anything to try to be in their lives?
Man, it's like this. In the beginning, I always asked her for a paternity test because, like she said,
I didn't ask you that. Are you trying to be in their lives? Yes or no?
Yeah, I don't have no problem with it. I love the kids. Sometime at night I sit up and I think to myself, like, if these my kids, where do I start at? You know what I'm saying? And that's all I really want to do. Like, if this is a boy, this is my first boy. I supposed to been there to cut the umbilical cord, to sign the birth certificate. I want everything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get none of that. Like she say, she knew where I stayed at. I've been staying with my grandma for the longest. Now I'm on my own. You know what I'm saying? It's been like this for about, what, 4, 5 years? She could have been calling me up there.
Did you try to get back with her last year?
No, sir. My girl don't even give me enough space to even talk to her.
This is it, what you're here for. You want the results of this, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, come on. In the case of your 5-year-old son, All right, we're going to bring Kendra and Simone back out.
Could you tell her to move over? She's blocking all my space.
Wow.
It's a big cell phone.
So you took a lie detector test before the show,
yes,
right?
Sir.
You also took a lie detector test before the show, and she was asked, did you and Eugene sleep together while he was dating Kendra? She answered yes. Are you claiming that Eugene is the father of your 3 children out of jealousy? No. Did you and Eugene have sexual intercourse after the birth of your son? She answered yes. Was she lying about any of those?
Yes, sir.
All of them, or?
Oh, maybe all of them.
Maybe all of them. And the results of her lie detector test is that she's told the truth.
Baby, I ain't got to lie about nothing. I'm positive of mine, baby. I'm positive of mine. Know that.
Still another one?
Still another one. It's still another one. It's still another one.
Yeah, it's still
There's
another
still another one?
It's still another one.
You're right. There's another one. But no reaction to her passing the test?
Not for her.
Hey, sure like, because you got to deal
Ain't
with
no
them, not me.
love. Ain't no love, baby.
Still gonna deal with them after the
We
paternity
good.
result.
And I'm happy for you.
Thank
You need
you.
to get a
Because I
life,
don't
little
want
mama.
to.
All right.
you.
Well, here's the results of Eugene's. Do you have more than 5 children that you know about? You answered no. Did you have sex with Simone at any time during your relationship with Kendra? You answered no. Did you try to get back with Simone within the last year? You answered no. And the results of Eugene's lie detector test is that opposite of hers. You did not tell the truth.
Thank you.
On what, all the questions?
All the questions.
Thank you. Baby,
How
baby.
come, though?
We're not worried about that.
No, I am worried
That's what we
about
here
it.
for.
Okay, we here for the results.
Yeah.
Have my opposite.
Because you're lying. That's why.
We here for the
Yeah,
result.
You know that.
Yes,
This
baby.
doesn't,
man.
does it bother you at all?
It do.
That
Yeah,
she
Bob,
passes?
because
It
ain't
fails?
right,
It
man.
does. It
I
does.
cuss,
But
my bad, but I'm like, how's all mine's
did
wrong
you-
though, man?
did you ever-
What, I was probably nervous or something? But come on, keep it real, man.
You
Was
come
she
on, I was
nervous?
nervous as
Hold
shaking.
on, hold on.
Man,
Was she nervous?
Yes, I was. I was nervous.
man, I don't know what this big woman do.
Big and you
okay,
like
we on the next
I don't
thing.
love
Worry
you.
about that.
I don't even like you.
You
don't call
front
my
in front of
phone no
her,
more.
baby.
Okay.
Do I
How
call
about the fact that he doesn't pass? About just a simple one.
What's the second
Maybe,
one?
maybe you know the 5 children, whatever. Did you try to get back with Simone? Who knows? Maybe had a couple drinks.
That's-
Called. But sex with her. You do?
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the paternity test results,
Okay,
like
well,
I
let's
said,
get to
for
them.
the last little boy. She the one
It ain't like I'll be in their life anyway. I don't want your kids.
You don't want my
I don't
kids.
want you
So why? Y'all gonna just let me go?
I just told y'all.
I relax. You serious? I'm calm.
Stop. Stop. Hey, stop. Hey, stop. Hey,
And you know what?
stop. Stop. Calm down.
Hey, listen. I know you're upset. I know you're upset. And he's saying he doesn't want your kids, but this is it. What you're here for. It's an older DNA test, all right? Can't be fighting out there, all right? Come out, control yourself. All right? You want the results of this, don't you? Right?
Yes.
Okay, come on. Come on. Wait right here. But here's the deal here. It's not just about her and you or you. There's 3 children here involved. Okay, that's what we're here for. We're going to go back out. There's going to be no craziness. You're going to stand, listen, you're going to stand on one side of the stage. She's going to stand on the other. and we'll find out if these are your 3 children.
Right here, man. I don't want to go back out there. I'm humiliated, man.
You're humiliated.
That's why he didn't want to come. That's why he scheduled before. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like he ain't trying to be in their life. It's her. This how she is.
Didn't I say that?
Okay, let's
Listen,
see it.
let's go out and find the results of the test.
Go back out, she might swing again, and I'm gonna hurt her.
Okay, I'll go out and hear the results.
Mama go
I'll go out and hear the results.
You're gonna let your pregnant wife go out by herself?
I'll go out there and hear.
Knock it off.
Don't
Knock it off.
All right, my bad. Yeah, my girl right here, she ain't finna do no snake.
And look at my beautiful kids.
You know what? Can I suggest everybody on stage here act like you might be a parent?
All right, we good.
In the case of your 10-year-old daughter, Eugene is the father.
I know that.
The results of your 7-year-old daughter is that Eugene is the father. So 2 out of 3 so far.
All of them is. Every last one of them.
I mean, get to the point now. She passed the whole lie detector test. He fails it all. First 2 DNA results come back. He's the father. If this one comes back, then we know the lie detector results are right.
They right.
Because
How they right, though? I understand
there ain't no
what
way
you
you're
saying,
having a
though,
baby
sir.
without having
Look,
sex
sir,
with her.
I understand what you saying, though, sir. But you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of questions y'all asked me on that lie detector test, I was truthfully being a man, whereas I could put my life on it. You know what I'm saying? I could fall dead right now. I was truthfully about everything.
Because he gonna
It ain't
fall
no
for
falling.
lying.
You know what I'm saying? Just because of the, if they do come back.
But you can't lie in a DNA test.
Okay, that's the DNA test. But far as me trying to mess around with her, man, I swear to God, she know that ain't right. She know I ain't on none of that.
So before I read them.
Go ahead, it's here. Let's get it over with.
Before I read them, are you the father?
I don't believe it. I want to know. That's why we here. I don't know.
Well, you say you haven't had sex with her since you've been with Kendra.
Last little boy. This we talking
Man,
about.
I had sex with her before. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe it.
It's still relationship's still gonna be the same.
I don't care.
Even if he cheats and.
I mean, it's
don't
gonna be
cheat, so.
things to be talked about. Yeah.
In the case of your 5-year-old son. In the case of your 5-year-old son, Eugene is the father.
Thank you.
That's
I'm finna get my shoes.
That's
Thank you. Pick up your face, baby.
It ain't no pick up no face. Here is done. It's over with. It just blew me though. It just blew me. All this time, that's the reason why I'm in denial with you
I didn't
though.
believe in
But this
myself,
the little
KK.
boy, B, you know, I would have been there and they like, it's done. It's a wrap.
See, I already
It's
knew
been a wrap. I don't talk to him right here because I know how I am. I'm okay. I'm okay. But I mean, come on, man. This
Man,
baby
I
5
didn't
years
know,
old,
KK.
B.
That's why I'm.
How you ain't knowing when she was calling the phone during that time?
Man, I went around. We
we
ran
was
one
in the
time,
van while
baby.
we in the truck.
What are you tripping
was
on
in
me?
the
We
truck.
only ran one
More
time.
than one. Talking to me. Don't talk to me. I'm ready to go. It's just messed up.
Here's the deal. If you see a guy, you're involved with them, and I know this has got to hurt, but if you see it's questionable whether he's the father and he's not taking responsibility, he's not involved in the kid's life, he's not finding out. No, you haven't. These are 3 of your children. You're on the show, you've been denying it. You are the father of the 3 children.
Okay, but I've been trying to find out
And you
myself,
see the way
man.
he's acting and everything else. This has got to be, it's got to be a little scary for you.
I know who my baby father is.
No, I know.
I'm not
hey,
about
listen,
that.
and I'm
But
not.
it's just,
let's say Eugene is.
It's making me mad for the simple fact, during the time when all this could have been avoided. You see what I'm saying? It's on her behalf too. What in here, because when I was scheduling these paternity tests, instead of you running here and there trying to get,
Kendra,
you could have
here's
came.
the situation.
I'm not mad at the kids. I'm mad at the 2 stupid parents. The parents stupid. Because therefore, if y'all wasn't, when it was time
G.
It's wrong.
I ain't never try to get
That's
this
why
happen.
your
Ain't
people
this
never
my
look at
fault?
me like I'm
But I'm saying, ain't this the reason why I'm here? Because I made this happen, baby.
No, you didn't make it. Yeah, you did make it
I was
happen.
on top
you
of it.
made
I the
it
one
happen.
that
You was
brought-
on but you was nervous still at the same time. You
I didn't
knew
know,
something.
KK.
You knew you did and she got pregnant when you got out of jail with me and you was together.
Only
Me
one
and you was
time,
together
baby.
for 2 years already.
Oh, one
2
time,
years
baby.
we was together already. Me and you was together 2 years. She was calling the phone talking about she just had a little boy baby. How many times did I ask you, Ernie, is this your son?
And what I say? I don't
No.
believe
You say no. I ain't had sex with her for that baby to be man. You told me a whole bunch of other lies around the clock. You made me don't belittle my womanhood. Don't do me. I asked you that. You did, because if I'm standing by you,
I didn't know,
that you
KK.
being
How
my
could you
man.
be mad?
Because
I
I'm
understand you
at
mad, but
It's
I didn't know.
bogus.
I didn't know.
I'm just done with it. I'm ready to go. It's wrong. I feel you wrong. You wrong.
I didn't know though, KK.
You didn't know. You know you had sex with her, right? You had sex with her and you added up them times. It only takes one time, and it must have been more than once for you to do it on my time for us to be together. Is you understanding
Look,
that?
could I ask you one question?
I'm done. I'm done. Ain't no questioning no more. Ain't no more question. Ain't no more answering, asking. Ain't no more nothing. I asked you this for 5
we
years,
through now 'cause of this?
No, we through, but with this child, you gonna raise this one. You gonna be there for this one, the same birth certificates and all.
Okay.
Yeah, everything.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I had my doubts. Because I didn't sign no birth certificate. It wasn't no cause of me being there like that. She didn't try to make it happen like that, Kay. I had my doubts too. I didn't understand.
Yeah, you right.
I didn't know, man. How
She
could you
won
kill me?
because
I didn't know.
You still slipped off and went. Like she said, when I called the phone that time when I was with them and I kept telling you this.
Over my grandma's
you was
house,
over there with her
At
and
my
she
grandma's
asked
house.
saying, what did you tell me? I think all that. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. Stop playing me for a fool.
But haven't I
I'm
been truthful
through.
with you?
Man, truthful like what?
I told you everything.
What?
Been
That
straight
they
up
wasn't
with you.
yours?
Truthful? How have you been truthful?
I'm saying,
wasn't
I hear what you saying, but man, it's just like really like
can't
this,
even
man.
pray, I'm so
I
worried.
didn't know, Steve. If I knew, you know what I'm saying, about me not signing no birth certificate, never at the hospital about
don't
nothing.
have to sign a
She
birth
didn't-
certificate to
but
know if
look,
you're the
but I'm
father.
saying though, she didn't exclude me in the beginning of all this.
Hold on a
kids
second.
doing, you had
Hold
no
on.
choice.
Hold on a second. It might be a valid argument after one child. 2 children, 3 children.
But you heard
You
her
can't
say
keep saying it.
I've
You
been there
kept
for
sleeping
you.
with the
Because look,
woman. You
all
kept
right,
having
I hear what
children
you're
with
saying.
her.
But you see what she said too. After the second child, it's a possibility that it is and it's not.
She did. She admitted
Okay,
that.
that's what gave me
She might
all
be the only
doubts,
truth.
man.
But she's telling you the first, the third.
I would never did him like that. I would never did you like that during that time. Now since I know, I'm through with it, B. I'm through. You did me wrong, B. I stood by you to the end. I've been with you too long to find out that you got a 5-year-old baby on me. You was doing what you was doing. You a snake. And maybe you should have asked other questions. Have you slept on me with anybody else?
We could take
I'm
that
done.
The most important thing right now is that child you're carrying. That's what you need to worry about. Whatever you decide to do with Eugene, you got to worry about the baby. And you
can't do nothing but accept what?
know what you got to do? You got to realize that those 3 children are yours. You better start being a father.
3.
That's what you need.
3 children.
Right. And this one on the way.
4.
That we
On
know.
to 5.
Listen. Good luck to you with this baby, okay?
Thank you.
Take care of that baby. The thing with Eugene, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. But you got to think about the baby, okay? Good luck to you. You knew the truth.
Yes,
You
I
told
did.
the truth.
Yes, I did.
And I know before you said you want him to be in your children's life. And you see the kind of guy he's going around, he's having children, he's not committed. He let this drag on with you for 10 years, 7 years,
Yes.
and your youngest is 2 years.
He's 5.
He's 5 years, excuse me. And really hasn't stepped up to the plate. Knowing that you know the truth and you have the evidence and you could pursue him being a father in your children's life, financially, everything else, You still want him to be a father in your children's life?
To be honest with you, now since this incident, and he say them is not his kids, I want him to sign over his rights as a father. I could take care of my own kids. I don't need him at all. They would still be my kids' aunties, and you know I love y'all to death. But him, that bastard could choke and die. And I mean that. You don't do my kids. They don't deserve this. They have nothing to do with this. And you doing this because you front and you know you love me and you know you want to be with me. That's why he doing this. Stop it.
And if he came running out here right now and said, take me back?
I pick up this chair and bust him dead upside the seat. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
All right, come on with me, Simone.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much.
Paternity test done so that I can prove that my daughter's father is in fact her father.
Any chance that anybody else could possibly be the father of this child?
No.
Do you think you're the father of the baby?
I had rumors that she was cheating on me. She has been a compulsive liar.
I was told that he had put something in a cup of coffee of mine to cause me to miscarry.
Did you put anything in her cup of coffee?
He told me that he couldn't have kids.
That is not true.
Then why didn't he take a lie detector test over all this?
We're going to meet someone who can shed some more light on this. Destiny's sister, Heather.
My sister is not telling the truth.
I don't want to hear you.
Oh.
You are a bitch.
You willing to take a lie detector test?
Yes.
Yes.
You want the results for this DNA test? I want lie detector test. Results for Mark. Destiny's lie detector test. The DNA results for your baby is... Welcome to the show. My first guest is Destiny. Destiny, why are you here?
I need your help with two things. One, I need a paternity test done so that I can prove that my daughter's father is in fact her father. And two, I was told and confirmed that he had put something in a cup of coffee of mine to cause me to miscarry when I first found out I was pregnant, and I want to know what it was, why he did it.
Okay. You were involved with a man?
Yes.
And what's his name?
His name is Mark.
Okay. And you have a child with him?
Yes.
And how old is that child?
3 months old.
And this is?
Yes, that's my baby. That's Alyssa.
Okay, so you're dating Mark, right?
At the time, yes.
And how long were you dating for?
About a month and a half to 2 months.
Did you feel like, I kind of got pregnant a little fast here with this guy?
Yeah.
I mean, was it a serious relationship?
He made me believe so.
You meet this guy, seems nice. You get pregnant, you tell him, and what's his reaction to it?
I was lying. I'm not pregnant. It's somebody else's, and I had a friend of mine who was pregnant take the test for me.
Up until the point that he didn't know you were pregnant, how was the relationship?
We had split up shortly before I found out I was pregnant.
Why did
for the most part, it was okay.
Why did you split up right before you told me you were pregnant?
We were just having a lot of issues.
And so you think that he put something in your coffee to make you miscarry?
Yes.
Tell the story about that.
Okay. When I first found out that I was pregnant, I had told him, and he, of course, denied it. And he called me about a half hour later and apologized and asked me to meet him for coffee so we could talk things out. He was there before me. And when I got there, my coffee was on the table. My coffee was made just the way I like it, and it was kind of cold. And I really didn't think much. I thought he was just being nice. And when I got home that night, I was sicker than a dog. And Mark called me out of the blue. How's Destiny feeling? Yeah, Destiny's feeling like crap.
So after this happened, did someone else tell you that he did this, Mark did this to you?
I was at work one day, and somebody had come up to the gas station and looked at me and said, I have a question. Are you still pregnant? I said, yeah. Why would you ask me something like that? She says, well, Mark had put something in your coffee to cause you to miscarry.
You say he's the father?
Yes.
Is there any chance that anybody else could possibly be the father of this child?
No, there is not.
So if he takes a DNA test and he is the father, what are you going to do?
I want child support. I want him to support me, to support her in some way, shape, or form. Because I'm basically working 2 jobs right now, and I hardly get to see her.
Let's bring Mark out. How you doing, Mark?
Good. How you doing, Steve?
So how can you deny her?
I'm not denying her. I'm not denying her, and I'm not confirming it. I'm not denying her. I
You
never
have been denying her from day one.
No, I have not.
You have. You have said, she's not mine, she's somebody else's. You wouldn't even look at pictures of her.
I also had confirmed rumors saying that you were still sleeping with every single night.
No.
And with other people.
No.
Yes.
No.
How would those people know that she was sleeping with anybody else?
Because one was her very best friend that she's talked to every single day.
Do you think you're the father of the baby?
Like I said, I cannot confirm or deny. I think I might be, but like I said, I want to find out 100% sure if I am or not.
Now, she tells this story about, she tells you she's pregnant, you want to meet for coffee, she walks in, there's a cup of coffee already made for her. Is that true?
Yes, I had made it for her because she had told me she'd be there in like 20 minutes. And so I had gotten there. She had actually told me, she's like, well, I'll be there in 5 minutes. So I'm like, all right, I'll order you a cup of coffee. And she got there, and then we ended up talking for a while. We went back. I ended up starting feeling very sick. I was laid up on my friend's couch, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I'm the only one. So I called her up, and I'm like, how are you feeling? Because I'm feeling like crap. And she's told me she wasn't feeling well.
Did he say that? That he was feeling bad too?
Actually, no. He just asked me how I was feeling, and he sounded like he was fine.
So I'm going to ask you straight out. Did you put anything in her cup of coffee?
No, I did not.
Nothing?
Nothing at all.
What if it turns out you take this DNA test? You've taken a DNA test,
Yes.
right, before the show?
Yes, that is correct.
What if it comes back and you are the father?
I'm going to do everything I can to be there for the child. We have more than everything, me and my girlfriend now. She has her own house, and we have all baby supplies, crib, playpen, everything.
So you plan on taking custody of the child?
Half custody or full custody, because what I'm trying to find out is she has 2 other children, and she doesn't even have custody of them. They're with court-appointed guardians.
We offered you to take a lie detector test. The producers have told me that you didn't want to take the lie detector test.
I haven't lied about anything here.
You are saying that you don't have your children because you don't have a driver's license?
Yes.
Can I see your license, man? You're doing 55 and 45. There's your tickets. Now you can't have your kids for 3 years.
Not court-appointed guardians, my appointed guardians, and I have very good reason why I don't have them. They did not get taken away from me. When my husband left us, I was 3 months behind on rent, the gas and electric about to get shut off. I got kicked out of there, and I had moved into a friend of mine, who the only place that I could go, and it wasn't safe for us to be there, let alone my children. And so my mom had taken guardianship of my son, and my cousin took my daughter. I did what was best for them because I wanted to keep them safe.
Okay. And then at some point, you were able to get your own place.
Yes.
Did you take your children back in?
I'm still trying. I've been fighting with Tennessee for 3 years because I don't have my license right now because Tennessee has a hold on it.
Your license for what?
My driver's license. It's part of the stipulation for me to get my children back.
So
that is the only thing.
Wait a second. Hold on.
I don't drive.
Hold on. You are saying that you don't have your children because you don't have a driver's license?
Yes. That is part of the stipulation when I had the guardianship.
You don't have your child because you don't have your 2 children. And how old are your other 2 children?
6 and 3.
6 and 3. And you've been out without them for how long?
About 3 years now.
So your 3-year-old is what, a boy or a girl?
Little girl.
Your little girl basically hasn't lived her whole life without you. Because you're telling me you don't have a driver's license.
Yes, that is exactly what the
Did you
problem
bring this court order stipulation with you?
I have moved so many times. I don't know
I didn't
where
ask
it's
you
at.
that. Answer the question.
No, I don't
Did you
know where
bring
it's
this
at.
court-appointed stipulation with you?
No.
Why wouldn't you bring something like that?
I don't know where it's at.
How do you know it exists?
It.
You said you work 2 jobs, right? To support your child?
Pretty much, yes.
Do you pay any child support to those other 2 children? How much do you pay?
I pay child support to my son, $62 a month for his medical.
And how about your daughter?
They don't want child support from me. That is the whole
reason.
They
don't want child support from you.
That is the whole reason why
don't they want
took them in, so that I could get on my feet.
You got on your feet and you had another baby. Why don't you have a driver's license?
Because I got caught driving up here shortly after I moved back from Tennessee. I was on bed rest. And
What did you get caught driving for?
They got me at 55 and a 45 because I thought it was 55.
Oh, geez.
There were no signs.
There was no signs?
Yes.
Okay, so you're doing 55.
I did not have any insurance on me.
You didn't have any insurance?
No. Because
and so the police officer came up. Well, let's reenact the scene, because I used to be a policeman. I know how this goes. Can I see your license, ma'am? You were doing 55 and a 45. Do you have insurance?
No.
No insurance?
Nope.
I'm going to have to write you a couple tickets. There's your tickets. Now you can't have your kids for 3 years. Happens all the time. I was stuffing kids in my squad car. Too many kids. Now that we got that out of the way, why don't you tell me the truth?
That is the truth.
You got your kids taken away for 3 years because you did a 55 and a 45.
They did not get taken away from me.
If I could get your driver's license tomorrow, you're telling me you'll get your kids back in, like, the next day?
Well, I have to file the termination of guardianship and wait for the court date, but yeah.
And why haven't you done this yet?
I don't have my license.
Oh,
they won't give them to me.
You know what? I just got to call BS. You know what? I've heard a lot of lunatic stories up on this stage, but this one's kind of way up there. Like crazy. We offered you to take a lie detector test, right?
Yes, that is correct.
About whether you put something in her coffee.
Yes, that is correct.
I'm kind of leaning that you didn't put anything in her coffee, but the producers have told me that you didn't want to take the lie detector test.
No, I didn't, because I knew she had lied about it, and that is why I just wanted to let her get caught up in her lies, because she's gotten caught up on her lies so many times before with me. And that's why it's like, you know, nobody's perfect. I have lied, and I admit to them.
What'd you lie about?
I haven't lied about anything here. I'm saying in my life I have lied.
We all have lied.
Yes, we all have lied. But like I said, I've also known from other people, they've told me about how she has been a compulsive liar about things.
Let me ask you something,
yes.
Mark. Why would you be so careless with this woman to put yourself in a position that you would have a baby? Because it's possibly yours, right?
Yes, it is.
Why didn't you take precautions not to have a child with the woman that you know for a month and a half?
I did not know. I was, you know, like I said, everyone makes mistakes, and I made
you know
a
what?
big
You know
mistake.
what? You know what? You choose to make that mistake.
Exactly.
If you could have happened today, you could be the father or not be the father. Which would you pick?
I'd be the father.
You would?
Yes.
Knowing that you'll have to deal with her for the rest of your life.
Yes, I would, because it's not the child's fault.
Exactly. All right, before we deal with the DNA or the poison, we're going to meet someone who can shed some more light on this. I want you both to leave the stage, and I'm going to bring this person out. We're going to meet someone who can shed some more light on this. Destiny's sister, Heather.
The truth needs to be told.
I don't want to hear you.
Oh.
You are a bitch.
You want me to take a lie detector test?
Yes.
Yes.
You want the results for this DNA test? I want lie detector tests. This is Destiny's sister, Heather, and she wants to shed some light on the story. Let's bring her out. How you doing, Heather?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm great. And why are you here?
I'm here because the truth needs to be told.
And what is the truth?
The truth is not what you've already heard.
By who?
Oh,
Who's not telling the truth here?
I've never met Mark. I don't know anything about him. But my sister's not. She's not telling the truth.
What is she lying about?
She doesn't have 2 jobs. She does have 1 job. She doesn't pay child support, not a dime. Not a dime yet.
So not even for her oldest child, which she said she was paying $62 a month.
That's what is ordered. She skipped court last Friday, and there's a warrant out for her arrest because she's never paid child support to my mother. My mother has custody of her son.
Does she see him?
Occasionally.
How often is occasionally?
A couple times a month, maybe.
A couple times a month?
She doesn't call him. She calls rarely.
Why doesn't she?
Out of sight, out of mind, I believe.
What about your niece? Who has her?
Not who she said has her. She said our cousin, but she farmed that one out outside of family. That is what hurts.
She farmed your niece out.
I had that baby for almost 6 months, Steve. And my sister and I had an argument over the guardianship. I applied for guardianship. I filed a motion. We went to court. And she was all on board. We talked about this. We were all on the same page. And then she decided she didn't want me to have guardianship. If she gave me guardianship, she wouldn't get her WIC or her food stamps or anything else. That is what I believe, honestly, is her reason for denying me guardianship.
You called the show when you found out your sister was coming on, right?
Yes.
And why is it so important for you to be here?
Because I want her to do what's best for her kids. That's what a mom does.
Do you have a good relationship with your sister?
We've never had a real good relationship. We're different people.
Different how?
I'm a mom. I am my son's mom. All 4 of my sons. I am their mother. That's what defines me. When you have a child, you are that child's mother. That's it.
And you said she maybe a couple times a month sees her son. How often does she sees her daughter?
When the guardians of her daughter bring that girl over to my mother's house, my sister makes the effort to go to their house.
How often is that?
Well, I don't think she's seen her since October, Steve. And you know what? This show called my sister and said, can you make it to 2.5 hours away to get a DNA test done today? She found someone to take her down there. But she can't find a ride a half an hour away to go see her daughter. Why?
Good question.
And she missed court. My mom had to show up to court on Friday, and my sister didn't show up. And then my sister called my mom and blamed her for not waking her up for court, for not picking her up for court. Court's 3 blocks from my sister's house, not city blocks, mind you. It's not far.
Okay, let's bring Destiny back out.
First off, I did not blame Mom for not waking me up. I took the blame for that. I asked Mom why.
You have a court date and you completely forgot about it?
I had asked my mom why she didn't call me when she was sitting up there. And
how old are you?
I'm 27 years old.
And you have 3 children, and Mommy's got to call you to wake you up?
Not usually, no.
Not usually, only on court-appointed dates.
I completely forgot about it.
Your sister comes out and says, you're not helping your mom out, you don't see your children. Why?
I call my son at least 3 or 4 times a week. I talk to him.
She says you don't call at all.
Yes, I do. Are you at Mom's house all the time? No, you're not.
Are you?
Me?
No, you're not either.
I try to get out there when I can. My tags are expired now, so I won't drive
Oh, there we go. No license, license plates, the tags are expired. Tags are expired.
Yes.
I love it.
I can't get them renewed.
Oh my God. You know, it's incredible to me. These are your children we're talking about. You want me to take a lie detector test?
Yes.
You want the results for this DNA test? I want lie detector tests. Results for Mark. Destiny's lie detector test. The DNA results for your baby is Do you send any money to your mom to take care of your son?
Right now, I really can't afford it. I'm supposed to be paying child support. Yes.
But you said you were paying child support.
I'm ordered to pay child support. I have to pay $100 by the end of the month.
You're ordered to pay it.
Yes.
But you haven't been paying it.
And I have to pay it by the end of the month.
But you haven't been paying it.
No. It was supposed to be taken out of my check. I have filled out the paperwork to have it taken out of my check.
Why didn't you just send a check?
Because my money that I have goes to my rent. That's my whole check. Both my paychecks.
If you can't afford your 2 children, why are you bringing any more children into the world?
It wasn't planned.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
I said it wasn't planned.
It wasn't planned?
No.
Well, how did it happen?
He told me that he couldn't have kids.
Okay. And you said, okay.
I told him I still wanted to be safe, and
so you just trusted him and said, no, we don't need to use anything, because you said you don't have to have kids, right?
he said he can't have kids.
Well, let's bring him out and let's ask Mark if he told you that.
Of course he's going to say no.
Mark, she said that you told her that you can't have children.
That is not true.
So
that is a lie.
What would be the point of him telling you that?
Yeah.
What would be the point?
I don't know. He told me over coffee.
Over
One day
coffee?
when we first started dating, yes.
Keeps going back to the coffee.
Did he slip anything in your coffee that time? No, I'm serious.
But Destiny, it's your body.
You know what? I don't want to hear you. You are a bitch.
But I was good enough to keep your kid for 6 months. Destiny, I tried to help you. I have tried.
You know what? I am doing my damnedest.
You're not.
I am doing. Yes, I am.
But you
I have been fighting with Tennessee for 3 years. Are you at my house when I call them? Are you there when I talk to them?
You need to go
No.
there.
Yes, I'm going to. As soon as I get my taxes in, I'm going down there to get the insurance, to get it taken care of.
But it won't be able to be taken care of if you keep digging the hole deeper on the other side.
How am I digging the hole?
By driving without a license, driving on expired tags, driving someone else's car.
I haven't been driving
Having children that you can't take care of, sleeping with men that lie to you. Allegedly. First of all, please tell me you didn't tell her you couldn't have kids. I don't believe that. I don't see what the point of it would be.
Then why didn't he take a lie detector test over all this? That is I will take one. Yes, I will. I have no problem because I am not lying at all.
Well, you want to know what? If this is my child, I'm going to be fighting to get him out of there because right now you have someone who you have a warrant for your arrest. And I ain't having it.
Have a warrant for my arrest. And like care, right? Because you haven't
No, because I'm going to get it
months, right?
You said that he couldn't be a part of the child's life.
I didn't say he couldn't.
You did too. You said you wanted me no part of the child's life.
If you're not going to be there.
Who are you?
You said that he...
Who are you?
I'm his girlfriend.
Okay.
And I've been talking to her this whole time when she was pregnant before she even had this child.
And what was being said?
She had my number the whole time. She could have got a hold of me or Mark the whole time. She never once asked for anything. I've asked you, do you need anything?
Is it your responsibility?
I asked you.
Did I have
if you
your
ever
kid?
Need clothes,
no, I
anything
didn't.
for this baby until we can find out if it's his or not. Because I am with him with this baby. I own my own house. We are in love with each other. And he wants to go for full custody. He wants this baby
what did you say
be
she is?
Her, who's friends with
No,
her,
I'm
is
asking
going out
about
with
her.
my best
Her.
friend.
What did you say about her?
Yeah.
What?
She drinks from 9 o'clock in the morning. Her had told me that.
I have my 2 children. I have a 9 and a 12-year-old. And guess what? Unlike you, they're in my custody.
It just gets nuttier and nuttier. You telling the truth about everything you said up here?
I swear to God, yes.
You swear to God?
Yes.
And you're telling the truth about everything you said? Really?
Yes.
I believe everything you said. I think you get it as a mother. And I'm glad to see that there's actually people that come on my stage and they actually get about what it is to be a parent, to be caring, to be concerned. I want to thank you for coming on the show. You can do it. Thank you. So, You say put something in your coffee. You say he said that he told you you can't have kids, right?
Yes.
So my question is you willing to take a lie detector test?
Yes.
And we can ask you all these questions.
Yes.
And for you, you want to defend yourself. She's willing to take a lie detector test. I want to ask you on a lie detector, did you tell her that you can't have kids? Did you put something in her coffee? Are you willing to take a lie detector test?
Yes.
Okay. You want the results for this DNA test? I want lie detector tests. So before we give you those DNA results, I want lie detector results. So first thing in the morning, and we're going to have somebody drive you, you're going to go and take lie detector results, bring you back on the show, read the results, and then we're going to find out if you're the father or not. You guys agree to this?
Yes.
Let's go. Results for Mark. Destiny's lie detector test. The DNA results for your baby is all right, it's the next day. We're back in the studio, and we're with a different audience. We sent Destiny and Mark for lie detector tests this morning. We're going to read those results. Let's bring Mark and Destiny back out. You took the lie detector test. How do you feel about?
I feel confident. I know I'm not lying.
All right, well, let's get to those lie detector test results. All right, so you both took a lie detector test this morning. We're going to start with Mark's result. And yesterday, I said, in my heart, I believed you were not telling the truth, and I told you that I believed you were telling the truth. Results for Mark. Did you put the morning after pill in Destiny's cup of coffee? You answered no. He told the truth on that. He was asked, did you ever tell Destiny that you cannot have any kids? He answered no. Did you put anything in Destiny's cup of coffee that would cause her to have a miscarriage? And he answered no. And the results of those two questions are, you didn't tell the truth.
Told you were lying.
The only thing I put in their coffee was cream and sugar. And I told the guy that's at the results place, because I told him I had made the cup of coffee for her. And
we know you made the cup of coffee for her because you told us that.
Yes.
But how can you fail? Did you put anything in her coffee that would cause her to miscarriage?
And I did not.
How about that you told her that you could not have any children?
And like I told the person, she claims that I told her that I could not have children when we first started dating so that we could sleep together.
Well, did you ever tell her that you couldn't have children?
I told her one day when we were dating a while ago that I did have a doctor tell me that I had a low count and that it's possible that I could not.
How come you didn't mention it yesterday on the show?
Because I really didn't get a chance to. She said that the reason...
You didn't get a chance to?
She said that the reason why that's why
How
we
come you
started
didn't mention it yesterday before we gave you the lie detector test?
Did not.
Because she was telling the truth. Because at some point you told her you can't have kids. So it turns out you're a liar. You did something. You probably did put something in her coffee and she felt ill. And you did call out of the blue asking her, oh, do you feel okay?
I was also
and you lied to her about that you couldn't have kids.
I was also feeling ill that same day.
You were feeling ill. Probably a little guilty conscience there, huh?
No. And I did make the mistake.
You did that mistake?
Yes, I did.
So maybe you made a mistake of putting something in her coffee too, huh? Because you really didn't want to have a kid.
No, I've been wanting to have a kid since I was 19. And like I said, you know, I want to take full responsibility.
Well, why don't you have a child
baby.
with your girlfriend that was in the audience yesterday?
Because she's unable to.
You want a child so bad.
Yes.
But you're with a woman that can't have children.
That's because she has 2 kids and I consider them my own.
And how long you been with her?
I've known her for a while, and I've been living with her for the past 4 months.
For the past 4 months, and you consider those children yours already?
Yes.
And with her a month and a half, and you're taking no precautions, and you end up getting her pregnant?
Yes, and that was my...
Do you have any timeline where you think you should get to know somebody or
Exactly.
feel that you are a true father?
Yes, I believe
What
I
is
should.
that timeline for you?
My timeline is that I should take as much time. I've made mistakes
Like you did with her a
past.
month and a half?
No. I've made my mistakes like everyone else.
Like putting something in her coffee?
No.
And then lying about it?
No.
Lying about telling her you couldn't have kids and come out here, oh, I never said that. No. So you come out here, you see, ooh, I didn't know Steve was going to give me a lie detector test. I can say whatever I want.
No.
Yeah.
That's not the key.
You didn't know that you were going to end up taking a lie detector test,
Why
right?
you wouldn't take one yesterday?
Yeah.
No, the reason why I wouldn't take one is because I knew you'd be caught up in your lies.
No, but you got caught up in your
And
lies.
that's fine.
Now knowing, and you want to still lie about what you put in her coffee, but just think what you could have done to that little baby. And what if you're the father? We didn't even get to the DNA results. What if we get to those results and you are actually the father and you did something to hurt your own baby?
And like I said, I did not do that because sins of the parents are not sins of the child. They do not need that.
What has that got to do with you putting
Well,
anything in
because
her
I would
coffee?
not try to kill my own child.
Really?
No, I would not. I would not.
What was the point of telling her you can't have kids when you wanted kids?
Because I seriously do want kids. But like I said, I was told by the
So
doctor.
again, tell me the logic telling her you can't have kids?
I had mentioned it to her because she said she was wanting to get pregnant again.
No, no.
Okay,
said
if
that.
she wanted to get pregnant again and you wanted to have kids, why would you tell her you can't have kids?
Because I was telling her because she had actually taken a paternity test in front of me.
Answer the question. The question is, she tells you, according to you, she wants another baby. You just sit up here and said, since I was 19 years old, I wanted a baby.
Yes.
Well, then why would you lie to her and say, I can't have a kid?
Because, like I said, she had taken the test, and she kept saying, I'll
I
prove
don't
you
understand
wrong.
how that makes any sense at all.
Because she kept saying, I'll prove you wrong, I'll prove you wrong, that you can have a kid.
So she proved you wrong. DNA results for your baby is your girlfriend's been watching, and she knows now you've been lying about some things. Let's bring her out and hear what she has to say. Here's Jennifer.
Okay.
Thanks for coming back on the show. Do you have anything you want to say to Mark?
Did you put something in her coffee or not?
No, I did not. I swear to God on that.
You swear to God. I swear to God.
I did not put anything in her coffee.
I love when people say, I swear to God. Like that means anything. Yesterday, you lied on stage. You lied. Does that not disturb you as a mother that you have 2 children in your house and you have a guy that's standing on the stage and he lied? He passed a lie detector test about putting something in her coffee that could possibly harm a pregnant woman. Does that give you any concern at all?
Yes.
And how much concern does it give you?
I would like another test, a little.
Another test.
I don't know, something. I
How
mean,
many would you like?
How accurate is this?
Pretty damn accurate.
Pretty damn accurate. You did that? No. Then how could you file a lie
Because
detector test?
he was asked, did you put the morning after pill? Specifically, did you put the morning after pill? He answered no. He passed. Did you tell Dustin you can't have kids? No. Well, we know what he said on the show. He said on the show, I never told her that. Well, he lied about it. And he lied about, did you put anything in Destiny's cup that will cause her to have a miscarriage? I don't know if anybody would think, oh, I'm putting cream, sugar. That's going to cause lose a baby.
Right.
Okay? He failed on that part, okay?
Yeah.
Those 2 questions. So you're asking me, how many tests does he need to take?
He's told me himself that he has a low sperm count, whatever. I don't care because I can't have any more children, so it doesn't affect me. But he has told me that same thing.
What if he did put something in her coffee and that would harm her baby? Would you stay with him?
I don't know.
You'd stay with the man that would try to harm a pregnant woman. You'd stay with that guy.
I know he didn't love her.
Wow.
I mean, I just.
So
No,
then
not
you
a
can
baby,
try to
no.
kill. You can try to kill an
No.
unborn child as long as you don't love the woman.
No. No, I don't know if I
You know
would.
what? I'm done with you. Get off my stage.
No.
I don't waste my time. Here's a woman that I'm astounded that she'd stay with a man that would harm an unborn child. Yeah, maybe, yeah. And she has 2 kids walking around. But then I got to ask you, that's a woman that you'd stay with? That's her judgment? And that's a woman you love after 4 months and you want to be with her? She comes out and says she'd stay with the man that would harm an unborn child? Yeah, I'd stay with them. That's the woman you're picking?
Like I said, if I was planning
Just answer
on
the question.
Yes, I would stay with her.
You're a dope, too. Destiny's lie detector test. Did Mark tell you that he could not have any kids? Well, we know the answer to that one. Did you fabricate the story that Mark put something in your coffee? You answered no. Did someone tell you that Mark put something in your coffee to cause you to have a miscarriage? You answered yes. And what the twist is, I thought she was lying and she was telling the truth about everything. Here's the big question. Was she telling the truth about you being the father to her child? Or was she this promiscuous, wild thing that you said she was? Do you want Mark to be the father?
No, not really.
Do you think he's the father?
Yeah.
Or what do you think?
I think I am.
Yesterday, you didn't think you were.
I said I can neither confirm or deny it until I know 100% sure.
Because you were on a secret, highly classified military mission with her, right?
No.
I can either confirm or deny.
And you asked me yesterday if I would want to be the father or not be the father, and I would want to be the father.
Because you said that, you want to take her away from her.
I would go for half custody. I just want a part of my child's life if she is my child. I want to be there and do the right thing and be in her life. I don't want to be someone who's not ever there.
And just be a liar.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why are you crying?
Because he tried to kill my baby. And nobody would believe me yesterday.
You're right. You're right. I didn't
That
believe.
is my life. And he tried to kill her.
Do you have anything at all you want to say to her before we find out the results?
No.
No?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Not, I'm sorry.
Even if he did apologize, it would do no justice.
Do you want to say anything to him?
You tried to kill my baby.
No.
And now you want custody? Guess what? You've got another thing coming.
I really don't know how I feel about this, but the DNA results for your baby is Mark is the father.
Oh, once again, I'm not lying. And I'm not a slut that you say that I am.
I never said. I said
No, you
I've
did.
heard
You did
stuff
say she
about
was.
that.
Yeah, you did say that.
And you can't tell me when you were, yes, I'm the father, which I said I would neither confirm or deny that until I found out. But like I said, I'm going to be a part of my daughter's life. I'm not going to be sitting around on
have
sidelines.
supervised visitation. Guaranteed. because I don't
And
trust
so will you when you don't even have custody of your 2 kids.
You know what? I'm getting them back. I will get them back within the next
Isn't
couple
it
of months.
wonderful, all the love that we bring a child into the world?
Yes.
We're a child of joy, and we're yelling at each other, and we're plotting and accusing. It's such a wonderful environment that you brought a child into the world. Maybe in the future, as you go forward, maybe you take your time, really get to know somebody, really commit to somebody and say, with you, who I love, that I plan on standing by, that I will never speak ill of you, I will have a child with you. Feel proud of yourself?
No.
Okay. Since you've been on the show, all you've done is lie. You've tried to make her out to be, you know, some bad person, which you do have your faults.
I'm not perfect.
You're not perfect, but you also, nobody's perfect, but you have some crazy ways of explaining things. You do. And you need to work on getting your other 2 kids back. And the big thing you say is holding up you from getting your children back is getting a license. I am personally going to get involved with you to get your driver's license back so you have no more excuses. So, you came on the show. You wanted to know if Mark was the father. You got it. You know Mark is the father. And now you know you're dealing with a guy that's, in my eyes, he's useless. He'll lie and make himself look good in any way. He goes from women to women. I wonder how long you're going to last with Jennifer. I want to know why you want to stay with Jennifer. And I want to know why Jennifer would stay with you. You get off my stage. You need to let the courts or get a lawyer find out what his role is going to be in your life or what you want him to be in your life.
His parents have lawyers that they said that
You know what? I
use.
don't care. I don't care what he has, what he doesn't have. It's your thing. You need to go establish whatever legal rights he's going to have because he is the father. But for you, you need help. You do need some professional counseling, and you need help getting your driver's license. Yes. Do you want that help?
Yes.
Let's go.
I was disappointed that he lied to me because at first I was very upset when I first found out about it, and I come to believe that he was being honest with me by telling me he never did it. He never slipped her anything in their coffee. And now to come find out, you know, he failed the lie detector on this. I mean, it's got to be true. And I mean, why did he lie to me? I would like to return home without him for right now. Destiny, well, for the most part, you know, Destiny, I think her and I have had a decent relationship, you know, for what the circumstances